What's going on, guys? This is Kaishiro, welcome back. So for our video today, we're going to cover another Uncrowned Kings local metagame report. So this tournament report and decklist preview will cover tournaments from the Philippines and Indonesia in the span of June 12 to June 18. So a week-long tournament report. So yeah, let's get started. First, we have Memorabilia YGO local tournament last June 12. Second place Sky Striker decklist from Paul Del Rosario. So this is quite a flexible Sky Striker decklist. He has Change of Heart, Talents, and Cosmic Cyclone to go second. So yeah, he aims to be very flexible and balanced on his decklist. And notable also that he played Zeus because he plays Change of Heart and Talents. He can snatch away the Kashtira monsters like Arise Heart and other purely monsters, that is XYZ monsters, so that he can go into Zeus. So really nice idea from Paul. And then moving on, we have Kaido Willis Premiership Remote Duel Local Ranking League Week 16. Second place Salaman Great from Justin De La Peña, our friend from Kaido Willis. So this is a Salaman Great deck list. He opted to play Gozen Match on the main deck. I guess Gozen Match can stun a lot of decks right now in the format. And then he played with 2 Droll and Lockbird and 1 Nibiru. Good hand traps as well on the format. He didn't play the Salaman Great of Fire, I guess. He opted to play Bufferlo because for him Bufferlo is more beneficial for his Salaman Great build, as he said to me. And yeah, that's about it. And then moving on, we have on the same tournament, the champion of that tournament, we have Kashtira from Spencer Santilla. Kashtira decklist here, nothing too extravagant or unusual. I forgot the name of this card under beside the Dark Kaiju. I forgot the name. It is the Spice Tech, I guess, for him. And then a lot of 2-ops on the side deck. 2 Droll, 2 Nibiru, 2 Evenly, 2 Lightning Storm, 2 Trust, and 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance. So he loves the 2-ops copies on his side deck. Pretty standard main deck overall. So yeah, moving on, we have Arcanium Hobbies Tournament from Indonesia. At first place, we have CAL purely. Standard decklist, I guess. He played 2 Diddy Crow and triple Droll. And then discard Fathers of Dark World and Shadow Beast. Quite standard. He played 2 Talents as well. And then the Codebreaker Virus Swordsman on the extra deck. Good option, I guess. And then moving on, we have Numeron OTK. So we don't see Numeron lately, no? Numeron can definitely surprise many people if they are not prepared with the Numeron strategy. This can really OTK very easily. And then next we have, yeah, that's about it, the top 2 of that tournament. And then moving on, we have KGS District Tournament Yu-Gi-Oh Tournament from Indonesia again as well. We have first place Labyrinth here. So he opted to play the Sky Prison on the main deck. And then 2 Kaiju, I see. And then Temple of the Fire Kings as well. Quite standard deck list of Labyrinth. And then moving on, we have another Davao Yu-Gi-Oh ranking tournament. So the tournament takes place on Mindanao. Shoutouts to our people from Mindanao. At first place, we have Art Villanueva, Scareclaw. So with the A Hero Lives and Prisma package with a lot of hand traps like Imperm and Veiler and Droll and Ogre. Good mid-range deck, I guess, I assume, from Art. And then he played triple Book of Eclipse. I guess there's Kashtira players on his local community. So yeah, Eclipse can be very good against Kashtira. And then next we have Chimera from Cloyd J. Del Puerto. Interesting, he played Lava Golem and Alpha Master of Beasts on the main deck. You don't see this quite often on Chimera decklist. And he also played 3 Talents. I assume that his decklist is going second, I assume. because he has a lot of good going second cards on the main deck. I'm just not too sure about the, what do you call this, Alpha Master of Beasts. Maybe it can be very niche on many matchups, but I guess it works for him. And then third place we have Purely with main deck Dogwood. Interesting, he also played Summon Limit on the main deck. And then no Ash Blossom, so he's not afraid of Maxi and other cards. So yeah, quite innovative decklist here from Kill, Eldwin Pelesco, and then 2 Santa Claus on the side deck as well. Very good on the mirror match. And he still plays the field spell. That's unusual. Many players have dropped the field spell, or at least they play this field spell at 1 only for many occasions, but this player opted to play 2 copies. And then moving on, we have Kaido Willis Neo League Day 21 Pad B. So yeah, in our community, at first place, the champion of the tournament, we have Peter Josh Unchained. So quite standard decklist of Unchained, I assume. He played 9 hand traps, 11 I guess, and 14 he played Nibiru as well and Droll on the main deck. And then he played Bestials, very good as well because we do have Matmex in our locals. So Bestials are very good cards to deal against them. And then the 2 Trust and 1 Dark Ruler No More. I guess Trust can be very good on our community because there's a lot of control decks. You can easily search off evenly match to answer many decks on our community. So good job on Peter Josh. And then next we have Joseph Delgado, Sword Soul Tenyi, second place. This guy always plays 2 Lightning Storm on the main deck. I guess it is his preference on going second with Sword Soul. But if I'm going to play this deck, I would not play Lightning Storm on the main deck on Sword Soul, unless you are objectively going second. But yeah, I don't rate this card that much. And he played Artifact Lancea, very nice innovation from Joseph Delgado. We do have Rescue Ace on our community, and then we have Kashtera, so it makes sense, and Runic as well. So Lancea makes good sense on his side deck. Very good card on Sword Soul Tenyi, I assume, and on the local metagame format right now. And then 3 anti-spell, very good as well. Moving on, we have Kaido Willis Premiership Remote Duel Ranking League. I guess this is the same decklist from Spencer Santilla. Yes, he plays second on this tournament with the same decklist of Kashtera. And then moving on, we have on the same tournament, the champion of the tournament, we have Reden Andalan, Sky Striker again, champion decklist. We have seen many Sky Strikers players in our country that can do pretty well on the current metagame because the format is pretty much diverse. You can incorporate all of the hand traps on the format to answer the meta relevant decks. So yeah, it is a nice thing to play Sky Striker because of the main deck spaces. Quite innovative decklist here from Jude Andalan. He played Pot of Avarice on the main deck. Very good to recycle his monsters on the graveyard and to uplift his draw power. And then on his side deck, he played Called by the Grave on the side deck. It makes sense as well because we do have 3 Elements players here and Unchained. So yeah, Called by can really hurt those decks on the format. So yeah, that's about it. And then moving on, we have Headquarter Hobbies and Card Games. We have here Arivano Gasa, our friend from Indonesia. Shoutouts to you. We have Sprite Frog, quite standard decklist of Sprite. He played triple talents, quite interesting. I guess the locals on this place is catered around hand traps. And then yeah, quite standard as well. I don't know the name of the card between Apollousa and Gigantic Sprite. It is quite interesting one to see. And then moving on, we have Gian Hutaruk, Hutao Rook, Super Heavy Samurai. He played Gamma on the main deck, and then Pankrataps as well. I really think that Pankrataps is really good on Super Heavy Samurai, can really out annoying and problematic floodgates. And then he played Lancea and Kaiju as well. If I were him, I would play triple Kaiju. On the main deck, I guess Kaiju is very good on Super Heavy Samurai, in my own assumption. And then third place, we have Vanquish Shoal with Matmech Engine. Really nice. So you can benefit a lot from Matmech to further extend your board and makes your play more consistent and higher the ceiling of the deck. And he also plays Small World that has a lot of bridges towards the Matmech and Vanquish Shoal shenanigans. So really nice decklist here from Easy Anang. So yeah, moving on, we have another Davao Yu-Gi-Oh! Ranking tournament from June 10. It's quite a bit late on our tournament frame, but we will cover this. We have Deo Gregory Pizarro, Thunder Dragon. I always rate Thunder Dragon as a very good rogue deck on our format right now, because you do have decks like Super Heavy Samurai, Kashtera, Purely, and even Rescue Ace adds a lot from deck to hand. Even the rogue decks like Fluandris can be suffocated from the Thunder Dragon Colossus. That's why I really rate the Thunder Dragon really high on my own perspective amidst the format right now. And as you can see, Pizarro topped with Thunder Dragon, so that solidifies my statement on the Thunder Dragon viability on the format. And then next we have Scareclaw, another Scareclaw from Art Villanueva. I assume this is the same player, or I'm mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Scareclaw earlier, and the deck is pretty similar, I assume. He plays also Book of Eclipse to answer Kashtera maybe. And then Effect Veiler, quite underrated one. Effect Veiler can really stop a lot of decks right now in the format, like Rescue Ace and sometimes Purely. So Veiler is really good here. And then we have Super Heavy Samurai from Adrian Gabriel Tan. So Super Heavy Samurai with a bunch of Fan Traps and Santa Claus on the main deck, and Revo Synchron, really interesting. I really like the fact that he played Prohibition on the Super Heavy Samurai, because it can prevent the damaging cards against the Super Heavy Samurai. And then Denko Seka as well to respect the back row. Really nice from Adrian. And then we have Dragon Link here from Andrew Aguinaldo. Standard decklist of Dragon Link, I assume, with Gamma on the main deck. We can see that a lot on Japanese and Korean tournaments. They innovate Gamma on the main deck on Dragon Link. And then next, we have Pillars Card Shop. Speaking of Dragon Link, we have another Dragon Link champion here with Synchro Shenanigans, with the Apple Dragon Tuner and the Tuning. So he opted to play this card to make room for Synchro plays on the deck. As you can see, he has Chaos Angel and Borreload Savage and Draco Berserker of the Tenyi. Really nice. And then Trap Eater as well, and Raigeki. Raigeki is quite underrated for me on the format. Raigeki can definitely hurt Vanquish Shoal and other decks like Rescue Ace. So I think this is a good option right now on the format. And then we have second place Sword Soul. Sword Soul just pretty much never dies, to be honest. You can really see all the time that a Sword Soul can tap on any format, because the main deck space of Sword Soul is quite spacious. You can cater the cards to answer the current metagame. This is quite a TCG build, I assume. Yeah, this is quite a TCG build with one Gold by the Grave. And then we have third place Three Elements. So yeah, with Armageddon Knight on the main deck, and then 3 Revo Synchron, quite interesting. And then yeah, DD Crow and Droll, regular hand traps on the format, nothing much about it. Oh, we will scroll for quite some time here. And then next, we have Order of the Duelists in Albay, tournament results. We have Purely here. I guess this is from Jomar, our friend also from Kai Duelist. A lot of hand traps on the main deck. 3 Imperm, 2 Veiler, 2 Ogre, 3 Maxi, and Triple Ash as well. Quite standard deck list. And then next we have Heroes. Yeah, Hero. I guess Dark Law can still stun a lot of decks on the metagame. And then not to mention DP is an insane card to grind games. And then we have Rescue Ace here. Another Rescue Ace. Quite interesting. So yeah. That's pretty much about it. And then moving on, we have North Celebes card game. First place and champion, we have Steven Wong, Purely. So quite standard decklist of Purely. He played the right amount of Dark World cards for me. I guess these 4 cards of Dark World is the right amount to play on Purely right now, in my own understanding. And then next we have Dark World. Wow, we don't see Dark World tapping recently, but yeah, Dark World can surprise many people, I assume. And then we have Rescue Ace. Rescue Ace, so resurgence lately on the OCG metagame. It started off from a couple of tops from Duelist Cup tournaments all over the Asia, and then the success translated into Rescue Ace being the best deck right now on the Road of the King. So you need to respect Rescue Ace, to be honest, because the deck is very good. I also use this deck right now. And then moving on, we have Akard tournament report. I guess this is the favorite decklist or featured decklist of them this week. Salaman Great. So yeah. And then next we have this is the first place, I assume, Sky Striker by Big Tegu. I forgot. I don't know his name, to be honest. But yeah, his Sky Striker is played with Floodgates to control the tempo of the game, with also good going second cards like Change of Heart and then Talents. So this is a quite flexible decklist of Sky Striker that can go first and go second. And then we have 2 Mind Control and 2 Ice Dragon Prison. I understand Mind Control because you can link off the monsters, but Ice Dragon Prison is quite tech for me, a spicy tech for me from him, from Tegu. Quite interesting inclusion here. And then next we have Labyrinth Ikea from Arif. Quite standard decklist of Labyrinth. He also plays Ice Dragon Prison. And then the right amount of IKEA monsters, the furniture ones. I agree with this ratio. 2 Kukulak only. And then 2 Punishment as well, I assume. And then we have the Eradicator Epidemic Virus on the main deck. This card, so quite commotion on the TCG community lately because of the Dinkaboy tapping on Germany Nationals tournament, with Eradicator Epidemic Virus stacking or stunning out the Kashtira player on the finals because his hands are consisted of spell cards, mostly spell cards. So yeah, this card got a lot of hate from the TCG community lately. So yeah, that's about it. And then moving on, we have a weekly tournament from Makassar Duelist community. First place we have Blackwing. So Blackwing proves to be a very good rogue deck on our metagame and tournament results. We can see Blackwing every week, to be honest, in our tournament reports. They don't tap quite on large numbers, but you can count on the deck to be competitive on the format. And then we have Marinces here from RC. He played 2 Kaiju, Sea Turtle Kaiju, and then the Barrier Statue of Water. On the main deck, quite interesting one. And then Avarice as well. Really nice. And then third place we have Purely with Santa Claus on the main deck. Kuki Kosaka innovated the Santa Claus on the main deck on Purely on his previous Purely builds, but right now he plays Purely Adventurer, the World Champion 2019. And then moving on, we have Duelist Dewata tournament, weekly tournament. At first place we have Lo Matmech with Firewall Engine. This is the explosive version of Matmech. Nothing to see about it. The ratio and main deck choices are pretty what do you call this, pretty common or standard, with only one Called by the Grave. Really nice, interesting as well. And then moving on, we have Adamant Spectre, Super Heavy Samurai, a really good combo deck as well that can create a stupid powerful board on their disposal with having spaces for hand trap like Droll and Lava Golem. Wow, really interesting. And only one Black Dragon. I don't know if it is a good option to play one Black Dragon, but I guess it works for him. And then 3 Twin Twister, and then 2 Cosmic Cyclone, and then 3 Evenly Match. So he really didn't wanna lose against Floodgate or Backrow deck in his stance. Really nice from Ramat. And then third place we have Sword Soul Dogmatica with Shadal Schism. Wow. So this deck can really stun many people with Protoss and then Winda. I can really feel the frustration of any player going against this deck, to be honest, from Lintang. And then moving on, we have Paducah weekly tournament. At first place we have Matmech Code Talker. Yeah, he played Droplet on the main deck. Very good card against Mirror Match, I assume. And then he played more Droplet on side deck. And then one Lancea. Lancea is very nice for me on the current format. Interesting that he didn't play Small World on his list. He does have a lot of many variations of hand trap like Ghost Bell, Effect Veiler, Ghost Ogre, and Nibiru. Yet he didn't wanna play Small World. And then we have Adventurer Runic. This is the synchro version of Runic, the combo version of Runic. And then next we have Mikanko with Smoke Grenade and Kaiser Colosseum. So this can be very frustrating to deal against. So yeah, that's about it. And then moving on, we have Final Turn Hobby Shop Bacolod June Championship. Last Saturday, we have Manadium from Albert Alamo, champion deck profile. Look at playing Revo Synchron, but I don't rate Bestials that much on this decklist. I guess it works because there's Matmech on the format. You can always count on Bestials to interrupt the Matmech. And then I guess Bestials can be very good extenders on the Manidium. And then next, he doesn't play the... he doesn't have Bishbalkin, I assume. But he plays the Ultimate Zolkin and Calamity combo on his decklist. And the Dimensional Barrier are only his going first cards. So yeah, he really wanna destroy board according to his side deck. And then we have Final Turn Hobby Shop on that same tournament. We have second place Altergeist from Joshua Lindau. He didn't reveal his side deck on this picture, but I guess this is a pretty standard decklist of Altergeist with Small World, because Small World can definitely improve the consistency of Altergeist, and can also search Kurikara, very strong card on the format. So yeah, that's about it. And then moving on, we have Iloilo Yu-Gi-Oh ranking tournament. We have Yugs, I don't know how to pronounce his name, to be honest. We have Kashtira Trap Tricks from Geran. So yeah, this is quite standard decklist of Kashtira Trap Tricks. And then moving on, we have Spencer Go, another Kashtira. So you can see that Kashtira is quite popular on the Philippines. We do have a lot of Kashtira players here. And then he plays There Can Be Only One. I also like this inclusion on Kashtira. It can stun a lot of decks right now on the format, like Purely and Matmech. So I really rate this as There Can Be Only One, really high on the format. And then we have Wizard, Three Laments, quite standard decklist with Gignol, and then Proskinion, quite interesting. He also plays what do you call this card? Dogwood on the side deck. Really frustrating to deal against on the last 3 turns, I guess. And then moving on, we have another Iloilo Yu-Gi-Oh! Ranking tournament. We have Court Fox, Cyber Dragon. So he is the sole player of Cyber Dragon on Iloilo, and he seems to top pretty what do you call this? Pretty daily or regularly on their tournament with his Cyber Dragon decklist. This is quite a flexible decklist. He plays Tyrion, Regulus on the main deck, and also Lightning Storm. So this is a flexible decklist from Court. And then moving on, we have Matthew Dolorfino, a fellow kay Duelist as well. So this is the decklist that you can see on Road of the King recently. It is quite similar, and I also run this type of decklist before, quite similar to this. Pretty standard decklist of Runic, to be honest. And then we have Victisoro, Dino. He played Veiler on the main deck and 2 Imperm. I really rate the Hand Trap variants on his decklist because I always feel like Dino have enough power to brute force the game when they went first. So I think that Transcendosaurus is quite extensive on the Dino. I'd rather play more hand traps to have better chances when going second on this Dino decklist. And then moving on, we have YGOLU Road Mini Tournament Super Heavy Samurai champion from Jansen Dokusin. Quite standard decklist of Super Heavy Samurai. He played Revo Synchron on the main deck, and then a bunch of hand traps and Kaijus on the side deck. Quite ordinary decklist from Jansen. And then we have another tournament from the Yu-Gi-Oh! LU. We have Transcendosaurus Dinosaur. So this is the what do you call this? Higher ceiling and more explosive type of Dino decklist right now in the format with the Transcendosaurus. And I also like the fact that he played bunch of hand traps on his side deck, because yeah, you can definitely count on these hand traps to stop the meta prevalent decks on the format. And then moving on, we have YGO Rizal Casual Tournament. We have another Dino here from Yoti, champion decklist of Dino. He does play Droll and Lockbird and no Maxi. Oh, his Maxi is on the side deck. Quite brave approach from Yoti. He is not afraid of not playing Maxi on the main deck. Instead, he opted to play Droll. I get the logic of this twist on his deck, because Droll can definitely stop a lot of decks right now on the format. And sometimes having Maxi played on your opponent's turn and you don't draw the out or the preventive cards on your hand cards against your opponent, so it really gives card advantages but not the answer to the problem, to be honest. And then we have Rescue Ace here, first runner up. So he played many hand traps as well on the main deck. Quite standard decklist here of Rescue Ace, but instead of maximizing the copy of Ghost Ogre and Droll and Lockbird or DD Crow, he played Droll and Lockbird into 3 copies. And then I also like the fact that he plays Proxy F Magician and the Mad Dragon, because it can protect your Turbulence from getting negated. So really nice from Mave. And then Runic here. We have the good old stand build of Runic. This is a very cancerous deck, to be honest. I also play Runic, and I hope that Runic gets hammered on the ban list on Sunday. I hope my wish does come true, because I'm not enjoying playing this deck, and I'm also not enjoying going against this deck as well. But nonetheless, good job for Jed for second runner-up Runic. And then we have our Neo League here, day 21, Pad A. We have my Rescue Ace deck profile here. So yeah, I don't play the extenders of Rescue Ace. I forgot the name. And then I played multiple copies of Hand Traps, because I always feel like that Rescue Ace doesn't have a very good going second capability on the deck. Aside from drawing Emergence, of course, Emergence is a very good card on Rescue Ace, but when you don't see this card, you will really rely on Hand Traps and Board Breakers when you went second. That's why I played Droll and Nibiru on the main deck. And then I have 2 Impulse only, because my third copy of Impulse is on pre-order. So I'm still waiting for my third copy. I would cut Nibiru or Ghost Ogre, to be honest, if I will get the copy of Impulse. And then next we have Bob Marsan Pendulum Magician, second place. Quite standard decklist from Bob Marsan of Penmagi. Also plays Skill Drain, very nice as well on the main deck. Quite extensive number, 46. Moving on, we have Duelist Cerebus Sungay card game community. We have first place Super Heavy Samurai. Quite standard decklist of Super Heavy Samurai. He played Chaos Hunter, really nice card as well to prevent Runic and Kashtira. And then next we have another Penmagi. Wow, so Pendulum Magician can definitely still top, no? We can definitely see Pendulum Magician topping tournaments. From the Duelist Cup Philippines, we have Alvin Rodriguez that won the tournament with Pendulum Magician. So yeah, Pendulum Magician can still rock on the format. And then we have Chaos Blackwing. Wow, quite a spicy one decklist here. He played Revo Synchron on Blackwing, and he doesn't play Maxi, if I'm seeing correctly, on the main deck. Instead, he played one Maxi only on the side deck. Wow, really bold decklist here from this player. And then moving on. Oh, so that's about it. Yeah, that sums up our Uncrowned Kings local metagame report of June 12 to June 18. So thank you for watching this video. If you have time, you can definitely check out our page here of Uncrowned Kings local metagame report on Facebook. Count the subscribe button as a followage here on our Facebook page, because it really definitely helps our growth on this Facebook page, and as well as my YouTube channel. So thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed on my YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell if you want to get updated on my following contents, and hit the like button if you like this video. Thank you for watching. See you on the next.